Hey, it's Mr. D, the band teacher, back again for another lesson, and today's lesson is on tonguing, or what we call articulation. Articulation is a skill that every beginning musician has to use in their playing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to articulate or tongue notes on the flute. Once we learn the skill, then we'll know how to do it, or we'll know how not to do it. And in the music that you're going to eventually learn how to read, there'll be special notations to tell you when to tongue or when not to tongue. We do tonguing also to help. It helps bring clarity or make our sound more clear and more focused. And so the overall sound quality on the flute is improved when we start using the tonguing skill. So it's something that every musician has to use. All right, so what I want you to do is grab the head joint of your flute, and you're going to put the hand over the end. And what we're going to do first is we're going to get the to sound without blowing air into the instrument. All right? So if you think about saying the word to or do, you'll feel the tongue touch right behind your top teeth. Try that right now. To, say it again with me. To or do. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is put the flute up to that sweet spot that we talked about in the other video. Okay. And put your hand over the end, and I want you to get this sound. So you're blowing a very small amount of air into your instrument, just for right now. So that you get a very crisp t sound. Hit the pause button on your media player right now and see if you can do it on your own. And when you're ready to go, hit it again and we'll continue. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to blow a little faster amount of air into the flute so that the sound starts with a to, but then it continues. Chances are when you first started playing the flute, or maybe you're still doing it now, you're beginning the notes with the word foo or huh. And you notice when I don't tongue, when I do huh or fa, the opening is gigantic in my mouth. Look at that. But when I use the word to or do, the embouchure almost corrects itself. So instead of using my throat or my air to begin the notes, I'm using my tongue, and I'm saying a silent to or do, and then that allows the air to go through. So it's to or do, and then the air goes through. It's not air, then that. A lot of kids will do this. They'll actually blow air into the instrument, and then tongue, and it's like the reverse. So we want to do, and my hand off the end. All right? You try. All right, let's do it again. So again, the air doesn't enter the instrument until I've articulated or used that word to or do. All right? Now let's try it with our hand over the end. Your turn. Go. My turn. Your turn. And let's do it together. Ready? Go. Okay. So that's the basics of articulation. You can either use the word to or do, or some teachers use ta. But we want to begin with the tongue preventing the air from going through. And then when it releases and lets the air in, that's when we get our sound. Okay, so let's put our flute together. And I want you to finger the note B. All right, we learned it in another video. It's pinky, left thumb, and pointer on the second key. All right? And I want you to articulate the note B. Go. lift your thumb up and play the note C. Lift your left thumb up. Keep your pinky down and your thumb down. Add your thumb for B. C. B. Okay, let's try another articulation pattern to get this tongue moving. Again, I can't stress you, I know I've said it a couple times. The to or do sound comes first, then the air it releases, and then the air enters your instrument and you get the sound. Okay? You don't want to go. A lot of kids, you can actually see the tongue. I'll see if you can see that. That's not correct. You don't want to see your tongue. Your tongue is hitting behind your top teeth. Okay, so let's see if you can do this pattern on the note B. We're doing B, and we're going 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or do, 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 do. Go. C. Back to B. Back to C. Okay. So, use the pause button if you need to work over these skills. This is just an introduction to the articulation. It's the tonguing articulation. Later on, you're going to learn a little bit about slurring and then different kinds of tonguing like legato and staccato, or a combination of those. But we need to get down that skill first, the tonguing skill. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can go to the contact link at the top of this website, or you're welcome, of course, to talk to me if you're one of my private students. Okay, so from now on, I want you to begin all of your exercises in your books that you work on at home with the tonguing, the to and the do tonguing. Okay, and you can do it on any note. A lot of method books start with the note D or F. Okay, so that's the tonguing overview. Again, a great exercise, just real quick to remind you, is to finger like the note B in the flute, and then just do the air tonguing. So blow a gentle amount of air, a soft, slow stream of air, and then once you get the tonguing sound, then increase the air. I know you can't do that, but that's an example of tonguing. Those are all examples of tonguing at different speed. Okay, so keep practicing tonguing, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks.